Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get my next guest right out here. She is one of the few women I can ask about their bums without being accused of sexism. It's the fabulous Sue Perkins. I'm loving the Beat It t-shirt. Sit down, Sue Perkins. It's great to have you here, Sue. I love having you on the show.
Lovely to be here, thank you.
We've got to start with the Great British Bake Off. What a huge success. One of the biggest shows on TV now. Who'd have thought it?
Not me. They said, would you do it? And I said, no, it's about cakes, to be silly.
And it's coming back. I guess you haven't filmed this year's one. When do you film it? What time of the year do you film it at?
We film it in the summertime, which is the 2 days that you'll find around... we usually start end of April and we do 10 weekends and then it's done.
And 10 weekends, and presumably you do get to eat some of the cakes.
We get to eat all the cake. I'm a hoover for it. I can inhale a Victoria sponge just straight off the bat. Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult show to do because we work for up to 10 minutes every 3 days. And I'm a husk, let me tell you. I sort of pitch up and I'll sort of say the word bake in a sort of slightly sarcastic way. And I might vary the tone a little bit. Then I go off and watch a couple of box sets of Mad Men, and then this literally does happen. Somebody will, if something happens, that there'll be a sort of, people will run. People run towards you with those sort of earpieces that Madonna has, and they'll say, cake is down, cake is down, and you'll run like that. And there'll be a sort of splattered tart tatin and tears, and then you'll do sad face, and then, yeah. I can't tell you how joyous it is. I mean, I am the luckiest person alive, I really am.
Do you watch the box sets with Mary, with Paul, with...
Yes, we do. And she, but Mary loves Jeremy Kyle. We've got her into Jeremy Kyle. And she, this is extraordinary, isn't it? It's absolutely marvellous. And then after a while you'll go, it is real. Is it really? She watches all the box sets and depending on when she started drinking, she'll go in and out of consciousness. I love that woman, but she's so long-suffering, Jonathan.
Yeah.
We treat her so badly.
Well, how do you... give us an example.
Well, I have this thing where by 5 o'clock, I have to have a 5 o'clock squeal, it's called, but by 5 o'clock I had to have made the director shout so loudly across the tent with fury because we've done a classic double entendre, and you can corral Mary into saying the most appalling things. So I will talk about sesame. Do you like sesame? Is sesame, do you like pumpkin? You don't like and she'll eventually say, I hate the taste of seed in my mouth. And then the 5 o'clock squeal will happen. Or if there's plums, it's an absolute gift. It's really tragic.
Does she know you're doing it though? Did she catch on?
She's really good at spanking me. She can just really wallop my tush.
Well, what's this? There seems to be a kind of game you play on the set with a spanking implement.
Well, they have these sort of... because we're not allowed to have real props, so real cakes just get eaten. I'm like a locust. I will just work my way through it. So they stopped that in Series 2, and now we have plastic baguettes. And Paul, in particular, likes to take a running jump and thwack me so hard that my teeth knock together. Wow. Yeah. Wow. He's a sadist like that. But I got him. He overbent to receive a cob. And he overbent. Just brought it up and I connected so intensely with Big John and the twins that so that's what we do. It's like a playground.
Okay, so Great British Bake Off done, but you're in the middle of filming something which sounds tremendously exciting to me at the moment. What's this? This is a journey through different parts of Asia?
Yeah, it's I'm travelling up the Mekong River. So we start at the mouth in Ho Chi Minh City. At the delta, the big delta there, and it's going up through Cambodia, Laos, Yunnan province, China, and through the Tibetan plateau, and ending up as close as we can, permits permitting, to the source of that incredible river where it's very pure and... Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like an incredible experience. You must have already met some great characters, I would have thought.
Yeah, very amazing people and fantastic kids. And we were in Cambodia, which is a bit of quite a difficult place for me to go to. It's quite a troubled and quite dark place. But as a moment of light relief, they said, we've got you to see this amazing hermit, this holy man who's going to tell your fortune. And we climbed up this huge flight of steps, and there he was. And I just went like that, been told to greet him like that, and he greeted me like that. And then his hands started this quite intense journey down my back, and then just ended up deep in the buttock. Wow. And you're just like, this is obviously what happens in Asia. I don't want to be, you know, I'm this terrible sort of colonial white idiot kind of doing that. Up again, and then just hanging off the jugs, just really hanging off. Is this a cultural thing? Is it a Buddhist thing? Did Lord Buddha say, white girl comes, just
give him a
have
squeeze.
a crack,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
10 minutes went by, and he's obviously like thinking, no one stopped me, goes down to the buttocks again. And it's all captured on film. And then he sort of groped me in the hut. And I'm like, it's all getting a bit sweaty and difficult. And then loads of mates turn up with motorbikes and mobile phones. I'm thinking, I don't really understand the notion of hermit here. More groping by everybody. And I said, would you read my fortune? He went, you'd be fine. That was it. It was perverse.
It sounds to me like you got there on a day when the hermit was off duty and he had a standing. When's that show? When is it happening? When are we going to see the Mekong programme?
I think May. I think May time on BBC Two. Yeah, just be called the Mekong.
The Mekong.
The Mekong.
The Mekong. The Mekong.
Yeah.
Okay, and let me ask you about your sitcom, which was Heading Out, which was I enjoyed very much, but it kind of how much of it was autobiographical because it was a woman in her 40s in that who was finally coming to terms or finding the courage or deciding the time was right to come out to her parents, to her mum.
Yeah.
Was any of that from your life or was it?
Well, I am sadly over 40, but so that sort of transitional sort of thing was a bit autobiographical. But no, none of the rest of it was actually, because my sort of coming out was ages ago in the sort of dark ages, but also quite easy, although annoying. It was more annoying because it's a horrible thing to have to do, really, to sort of say. You're basically saying I'm having sex to your parents. And that's all it is. It's no more dramatic than that. But it's just blaring at them. They don't really want to know. They don't, you know. But I sort of kept trying to ring them up, and eventually I thought I've got to do this. So I rung up and I said, "Can I come and see you tomorrow?" And my mum said, "Why?" And I went, "Well, we'll discuss that tomorrow. I'm going to come up." "Why do you want to come tomorrow?" "Because I do." "Just going to get your dad." "Right. 4 o'clock is. Why would you come tomorrow at 4 o'clock? This went on for ages." And she went, "Oh God. Do you just want to tell me you're gay?" It was like, it was so annoying because I thought, I had this moment planned where it was going to be slightly difficult and there'd be tension and friction and I'd flounce off and I'd cry and I'd look at some piss-stained pavement and I'd think, why? And I'd come back and suddenly my mum would be embracing me and all my family would be there and then there'd be a fiesta. In fact, it was just my mum going, "Oh, God, get over it. Well, come if you want." Just had to say, well, I'm not coming now. And just, you know, it's no good.
But you know, lovely in a way.
Yeah, to their credit, they're amazing. Yeah, but I mean, other people aren't as fortunate, actually, so I have to be mindful of that, but I was very lucky.
Yeah. Hey, great to have you on the show. I'm so looking forward to the Mekong programme, but really, and you know what I'm excited about. Yeah. Do you get people shout that to you?
I was in Angkor Wat, the massive temple in Cambodia, doing a really pretentious piece to camera that, thank God, will never make the edit, about the sort of way we like to commune at ancient sort of temples. And, just a load of guys went, "Bike!"
There you go. That's it for the rest of your life.
I know that. And look, there's Mel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Perkins. Thank you, Sue. So funny, so good. Sue Perkins. After the break, I'll be chatting with Richard Branson and we'll have music from the fabulous Elbow. See you in a couple of minutes.